Hi, Horde. So this isn't gonna be like a very long video. Uh, Maybe I'll post it as a short. I don't know. Probably not. I always talk for longer than 3 minutes. I just, like, a few hours ago, but I just saw the trailer for Maintenance Required. And I'm sorry, but is that not just You've Got Mail? If you haven't seen the trailer, probably you don't understand what I'm talking about, except that if I told you they remade You've Got Mail, but they didn't think booksellers were relevant anymore, or they didn't want to actually say they're remaking You've Got Mail, so instead they made it about mechanic shops. You would understand instantly. You would know how this trailer, at least, is presenting this film. And let me tell you, the summary on IMDb does not help. Charlie, forced to reevaluate her all-female mechanic shop, unknowingly confides in her online confidant, Beau, his name is Beau. I thought he just was her Beau. My bad. Unknowingly confides in her online confidant, Beau, who turns out to be her real-life business rival. Their connection blossoms amidst professional rivalry. So you have in this trailer scenes of the woman Charlie on her phone, like texting the guy, like in front of her friends, and her friends are all like, "Oh my god, that's your online boyfriend," and she's like, "He's not my boyfriend." And then it super wasn't clear to me at first even which guy it was, because it like cuts to a conference room and they're like, "You need to go over there and put those ladies across the street out of business." But it's like to a whole boardroom, like we gotta put them out of business, and they're across the street or whatever, you know. After she does say like, "Oh, all I know about him is that he likes classic cars and blah blah blah." So it's actually unclear like what from the trailer what his job at this like mega corporation that is invested in putting small time mechanics out of business. I don't know, maybe it's a dealership? Like, cause I'm just sitting there like, wait a second. And I'm waiting for the screen to say You've Got Mail. Like, I'm waiting for it. Because then they're like, they're texting and, she's, they're gonna meet, and it's super obvious at that point finally that she's like literally texting him like, they came over and threatened me, and they're gonna, or they like, I guess not him, but somebody like threatened me, they're gonna put me out of business. And he's like, "Oh my god, babe, I'm sorry you're going through that, like, do you want to like break our rules and like actually meet?" so they go to meet, and yeah, but it's that thing where it's the same plot point, right? Because when she starts complaining about the company that's trying to put her out of business, he realizes he's the company that's trying to put her out of business, which is the plot point. It is the plot point from You've Got Mail. That he knows for longer than her and pretends he doesn't. It's You've Got Mail. But like, I guess email isn't relevant. They say online, but like, so I don't know. They don't say exactly like which way they're communicating though. Like forum posts or a different instant messenger. Is it? They didn't say anything, so it doesn't seem like it's like sponsored by anything. Like You've Got Mail was like the AOL rom-com. Um, but this is... I didn't yet figure out if it's selling something, but it is. It is. You've Got Mail. And that's just all that's... It's totally unimportant. Like, this is not an important film. Whether it is or is not technically a rewrite of You've Got Mail is not important. A little bit... I just think it's funny. I do just think it's funny because I'm like, I think we've all seen this movie before. I don't know that her being like a strong mechanic lady with strong mechanic lady friends makes it that different from rival booksellers. And I'm also not sure if rival mechanics is as relevant to the world as rival booksellers were, because You've Got Mail could not have known exactly how bad Amazon was going to be, but it wasn't like online book selling wasn't part of, like, you know, it was the big box stores and then also the creeping online retailers. Like, that's that time period is hanging over that film, you know, giving it some weight that it may or may not deserve. But, you know, I'm not sure that Rival Mechanics has that same, like, especially looking back on You've Got Mail, it feels some kind of way that's rough to describe, even though I've decided to talk about it, so you would think that I had a way to describe it. But no, it just feels like that bit of it feels as relevant. And I guess it is happening across all industries. You know, the big brands, they aren't just there anymore. They're actively crushing everything else. But we're actually at a point where things have been crushed already. So much has been crushed already that I think it just... I guess we're just numb. I'm not including you. Me, I'm numb to it in a way. You know, in a way that makes, like, a romance that's about that not... And it wasn't immediately evident on the IMDb page just now that this is based on a book or anything, although it feels... You know what? It feels like it could have been a Hallmark movie, to be blunt. Like a Hallmark Christmas movie about how the big mean mechanic man needs to be... I don't know. Because I don't know that that's actually the moral of this movie. Like, I haven't seen it. It isn't out yet. I can't make that full judgment, but just based on the trailer, I'm like, so You've Got Mail, and making me think that this is just a remake of You've Got Mail, it makes me think it's not important to see it. But that's a personal thing. Maybe you love You've Got Mail. Maybe you love it. But if I'm gonna watch a Meg Ryan movie, I'm gonna watch Kate and Leopold. To be perfectly blunt. And I'm not even, like, actually attracted to Hugh Jackman. Like, no personal offense to Hugh Jackman, not that he would take any. But, like, he works for me in, like, period pieces. Like, I love The Prestige, and I love Kate and Leopold. And those are the Hugh Jackman roles I love. But it's just because that movie is just so dumb and goofy. Like, anyway, that's a whole different rant. I got on here to talk about a 3-minute trailer about a movie. I don't know, man. I'm just out here trying to make content about content, really. But yeah, obviously, time will tell. People will watch this movie, and if they really think it's pretty much You've Got Mail, they will say so on the internet. They absolutely will. Whether that's a positive or a negative thing, whatever, that's out in the ether. That's not for me alone to decide. But, right? Am I wrong? Go watch that trailer. Come back, comment on this video. Tell me, do you think that maintenance required is You've Got Mail? Alright, thanks for, bearing with me through that weird meltdown, that I decided to share with all of you for longer than it could be a short. Could that have been a short? Could I have just been like, isn't that just You've Got Mail? Yes, except I like to talk. But anyway, I'll see you treasures next time.